a former teammate of yours, Warren. Oakland is making news. NFL training camps begin in about 2 weeks. We welcome in Jason La Canfora. What's the latest on Jamarcus Russell, Jason?
Well, Jamarcus is actually conducting a passing camp down in Alabama as we speak. He offered to fly a bunch of teammates down there, wanted to run routes with guys, get guys together, and instead of kind of just goofing off, going on vacation, whatever, bond a little bit and get involved in some football activities. I know Todd Watkins, Louis Murphy, Will Franklin are some of the guys down there working with him. More guys could come in later in the week. But he's a guy, Jamarcus, who's taken a fair amount of heat in his brief career. And can he be a leader? Will he step up? Will the determination and effort be there? And this is a positive step. And sort of the subplot to all this is the whole thing's been fairly top secret. Jamarcus isn't talking about it. His representatives, have been told don't talk about it. So it took a little bit of snooping to actually find out this was even going on. And that in itself speaks to some maturity, from Jamarcus's end. Because, a lot of guys, when they do something a little bit above and beyond the call, you kind of hear about it all over the place. So there's a lot of media down there, or it's highly promoted. This has really kind of been done on the down low, and it's just some guys getting together, working hard.
You said he's been taking quite a bit of heat. Well, Jeff Garcia is turning up the heat. He's not settling into the backup role by any means. Here's what Jeff Garcia had to say over the weekend. Not knocking Jamarcus or anybody else on the team, but I just have a belief in my own abilities. Those things have me feeling I am the best quarterback on the team. I try not to look at myself as one of those guys who's just looking for an opportunity to be part of the team. I feel like I'm still a guy who can be a difference maker. Jason, is there any chance that Jeff Garcia is going to see some playing time this year?
I don't think much. I mean, let's just be real about the Raiders organization. That's Al Davis's baby. He's highly involved. He wants the long ball. He wants vertical offense. That's why they got Jamarcus Russell. That's never been Jeff Garcia's game. Jeff is going to be the West Coast guy, get outside the pocket, dink and dunk, but he doesn't have the big arm. And at this age, you see quarterbacks who play outside the pocket, they get beat up, they wear down, the legs go just a little bit, and then everything sort of follows. And I'm not sure that O-line really is built to be able to buy him extra time to get things done in that sort of improvisational role. So I'd be very surprised. They've invested a lot in Jamarcus Russell.
All right, Jason, we'll talk to you a little bit later on in the show. Warren Sapp, you were there when Jamarcus Russell got drafted. Do you think there's any chance that Jeff Garcia is going to get some playing time?
You know what? Like he said, with the offensive line, you would want a more mobile guy in there. And what I hear in the rumblings around Oakland is that they just like him better. They just like him better. And Jamarcus, from the beginning, when he held out and had the long holdout, and then he gets back, and now the changing of coaches and the different stuff, and you saw what Cable say, it's going to heat up when they get to Napa. So evidently nobody knows what's going on. So Jeff Garcia definitely has a shot to get this job, and if you're asking me, I think Jeff Garcia starts this thing.
Oh, well, I've talked to Tom Cable, and he said it's basically Jamarcus's job to lose, not Jeff Garcia's job.
That's why he's saying to heat up in Napa?
That's right. He's going to heat up. And I got to tell you, Jamarcus is really going to have to mess up to not get this job. They've invested a lot in him. First overall pick. They've got 2 young rookie wide receivers. We heard Jason mention Louis Murphy at the University of Florida, who they drafted in the 4th round. They're in love with this guy. You're not hearing him talking about Darius Hayward-Bay, the first overall pick. Talking about Louis Murphy, and he's one of the guys who's working with Jamarcus down in Alabama right now. So he is maybe taking some strides. That said, Jamarcus is going to have a less pressure on him now than he's had because they are going to run the football. Sometimes they're going to have to get rid of it, but they're loving what they've seen out of Darren McFadden, and they're going to run the rock.
Last time I checked, Oakland Raiders had a top 10 rush offense.
Yep.
Okay, so that's not going to change, but we need to get this vertical game going, and I think Jeff Garcia is going to give them what they're looking for, because in Oakland, if you work out in Oakland, it looks a lot better than working out away from Oakland. Just trust me on that.
Wow. Jeff Garcia going to start for the Raiders, according to Warren Sapp.